In 2023, a study from Harvard University followed more than 2,400 people over 60 years old for 18 months, and they discovered something that shocked many doctors. People who jogged every day, went to the gym regularly, but did not adjust their diet, kept losing muscle mass, their belly kept growing, and their body kept getting weaker year by year. Meanwhile, the group who simply changed what they ate maintained muscle mass up to 34% better and burned belly fat far more effectively. So what is really happening inside your body after 60 that makes everything you once knew about losing weight suddenly stop working? Why does exercising more sometimes backfire? And more importantly, there are 10 foods that if you start eating the right way today, they will help your body burn fat and rebuild muscle even while you are sleeping. I am Dr. Saul Whitman, and in today's video, I will show you exactly what those 10 foods are, why they work, and how you need to eat them the right way. Before we get into the list, I want to take a few minutes to be straight with you about something that very few people bother to explain clearly. After 60, your body starts going through a process that doctors call age-related muscle loss. It sounds complicated, but it is actually very simple. As each year goes by, your body gradually loses its ability to hold on to muscle and instead starts storing fat, especially around the belly area. Now the question is, why exercise alone is not enough? The reason is very straightforward. When your body is not given the right kind of fuel from food, no matter how much you work out, your muscles simply cannot repair and grow on their own. Think of it like trying to build a house without enough bricks and cement. No matter how many construction workers you have, that house will never get finished. Food is exactly that building material. And the 10 foods I am about to share with you are the best building materials you can find at any grocery store in America. No expensive supplements needed, no strange diets required. Number 1, eggs. The first one I want to talk about is something you may have already had this morning without realizing it was working incredibly hard for your muscles. That is eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of protein you can find in nature. What does that mean? It means that inside one small egg, there are all the building blocks your body needs to repair and maintain muscle. And even more specifically, eggs contain a nutrient called leucine. You do not need to remember that name. Just know that this is the trigger that activates the muscle building process inside your body. Without leucine, your body simply cannot start the muscle recovery process no matter how much you eat. So, how many do you need? 2 to 3 eggs every morning is a very solid starting point. And do not stress too much about cholesterol. Recent studies have shown that for generally healthy people, eating eggs regularly does not raise the risk of heart disease the way people once thought. Of course, if your own doctor has given you specific instructions, then always follow your doctor's advice. But generally speaking, eggs are one of your best friends at this stage of life. Number 2, Greek yogurt. Next up, we are talking about something I call the 2-layer secret weapon for your muscles, and that is Greek yogurt. What makes Greek yogurt special is that it contains 2 types of protein at the same time. The first type is absorbed quickly and starts working right after you eat. The second type is absorbed more slowly and continues to feed your muscles for hours afterward. Think of it like a time-release food, similar to those extended release capsules you see at the pharmacy. 1 container of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, around 7 ounces, can deliver up to 17 to 20 grams of protein, and that is a very impressive number. On top of that, Greek yogurt contains beneficial probiotics for your gut, which is extremely important because when your gut is healthy, your body absorbs nutrients much more efficiently and your metabolism runs more effectively as well. My suggestion is to have Greek yogurt at lunch or as an afternoon snack, paired with a handful of fresh berries for a little natural sweetness without any added sugar. Number 3, salmon and fatty fish. Now we come to a food that I really want you to pay special attention to, and that is salmon, along with other fatty fish like mackerel, sardines, and herring. The reason I say pay special attention is because this is not just a good source of protein. What truly sets this group of fish apart is that they contain omega-3. A nutrient that your body absolutely cannot produce on its own and can only get from food. So, what does omega-3 actually do for your muscles? Think of it this way. After every workout or even just a simple walk, your muscles go through a small amount of internal inflammation, and that is completely normal. But if that inflammation lingers too long, it will slow down recovery and make it harder for your body to rebuild muscle. Omega-3 is exactly what helps calm that inflammation down, allowing your muscles to recover faster and more efficiently. A study published by the Cleveland Clinic followed more than 1,600 people over 65 and found that those who ate fish at least twice a week experienced muscle loss that was 27% slower compared to those who rarely ate fish. Try to eat fish at least 2 to 3 times per week. A serving of salmon around 4 ounces is more than enough. And if you are not a fan of the fishy smell, try baking your salmon with a little lemon and dill. The aroma will be completely different. Number 4, lean beef. The next one on the list is something we Americans have loved for a long time, and trust me, you do not have to give it up, and that is lean beef. Lean beef contains two things that very few other foods can match. The first is creatine. You may have heard that name before because a lot of younger people use it as a supplement to build muscle. But what most people do not know is that the natural creatine found in beef is exactly what gives your muscles extra energy to perform better, especially when you exercise or do daily tasks that require physical effort. The second is iron, and this is critically important for older adults because iron helps carry oxygen through your blood to your muscles. When you do not have enough iron, your body tires out much faster, and that is often the reason why so many people feel completely drained after doing only light activities. Go for lean cuts like sirloin. You do not need to eat a lot. Around 4 to 6 ounces, 2 to 3 times per week is perfectly sufficient. And the best way to prepare it is grilling or pan searing with a little olive oil. Avoid deep frying or heavy cream sauces to keep the meal healthy. Number 5, cottage cheese. Now, I want to introduce you to a food that I call the night watchman for your muscles. That is cottage cheese, which you can easily find at any grocery store. The reason I call it the night watchman is because that is exactly its role. Cottage cheese contains a special type of protein that digests extremely slowly, taking up to 6 to 8 hours. That means if you eat a little cottage cheese before bed, your body will have a continuous supply of nutrition throughout the night to repair and recover your muscles while you are sleeping. And here's the remarkable thing. The human body actually repairs and builds muscle primarily while you sleep, not while you work out. Yet so many people skip their evening meal or eat things with no nutritional value at night, leaving their body without the raw materials to do that job. Half a cup of cottage cheese before bed is enough. If you find the taste a little bland, add a few slices of strawberries or a small drizzle of raw honey to make it more enjoyable without losing any of its nutritional value. Number 6, quinoa. We just covered 5 animal-based foods, and now I want to shift over to the plant-based group because if you are vegetarian or simply want to add more variety to your diet, there are some equally wonderful options. First in this group is quinoa. Quinoa looks like a tiny grain and is often mistaken for a cereal, but it is actually a special seed. What sets quinoa apart from most plant-based foods is that it contains complete protein, just like eggs or meat, meaning it has all the building blocks your muscles need. That is an extremely rare quality in plant foods, and that is exactly why quinoa is so special. Beyond that, quinoa is also rich in magnesium, and magnesium acts like a conductor inside your body, coordinating more than 300 different processes, including helping your muscles contract and relax properly and supporting the quality of your sleep. Many older adults are deficient in magnesium without even knowing it, and that often shows up as nighttime leg cramps, chronic fatigue, or trouble sleeping. You can use quinoa in place of rice in your daily meals or toss it into a salad to naturally boost the protein content. Number 7, lentils and legumes. Continuing with the plant-based group, we are talking about lentils and legumes in general, and this is a group of foods that I believe is significantly underrated compared to their true value. First of all, lentils and legumes like black beans, kidney beans, and chickpeas are an incredibly rich and affordable source of plant protein. But what I really want to highlight here is that they contain folate, a nutrient that is especially important for your cardiovascular health and nervous system. And even more specifically, folate helps your body produce new blood cells, those cells that are responsible for carrying oxygen and nutrients to every single muscle in your body. On top of that, lentils and legumes are packed with fiber, and fiber plays a more important role than you might think. It is not just good for digestion, it also helps control your blood sugar levels after meals. When your blood sugar stays stable, your body is far less likely to store fat, especially around the belly. 1 cup of cooked lentils contains around 18 grams of protein, comparable to a small serving of meat, and at a fraction of the cost. You can make lentil soup, a bean curry, or simply toss some black beans into your salad bowl. Number 8. Nuts and seeds. Number 8 on our list is nuts and seeds. Things like almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and flax seeds. These are super concentrated nutrition packages you can take anywhere with you. What makes this food group special is that they combine both protein and healthy fat in one small convenient package. The healthy fats in nuts help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D and vitamin K, vitamins that are critically important for bone and muscle health in older adults. A study from the National Institutes of Health on more than 3,000 people between 60 and 80 years old found that those who ate a small handful of nuts every day had a 21% lower rate of muscle loss, significantly lower inflammation markers in their body compared to those who did not eat nuts regularly. However, there is one important thing to keep in mind. Nuts are very calorie dense, so you do not need a lot. A small handful around 1 ounce per day is enough. Sprinkle them over your morning yogurt, toss them into a salad, or simply keep a small bag in your purse to snack on when hunger hits between meals. Number 9. Sweet potatoes. Now we come to a food that I want you to look at in a completely different way from what you may have heard before. That is sweet potatoes. And I know a lot of people are thinking right now, Dr. Whitman, sweet potatoes are starchy carbs. I am trying to lose belly fat. Why would I eat carbs? This is exactly the misunderstanding I want to clear up with you today. Your muscles need energy to function and to recover after physical activity. If you do not provide enough carbohydrates, your body will actually start breaking down your own muscle tissue to use as fuel, and that is the complete opposite of what we want. Sweet potatoes are a high-quality carbohydrate source that digests slowly, releasing energy gradually and steadily without causing the sudden blood sugar spikes that white bread or white rice typically cause. On top of that, sweet potatoes are rich in potassium, a mineral that helps your muscles contract and relax properly and reduces the risk of cramping, something that a large number of older adults complain about, especially at night. 1 medium sweet potato, around 5 ounces baked, makes a wonderful side dish or can be paired right alongside your dinner. Number 10, milk. We have arrived at the last food on today's list, and it also happens to be one of the simplest and most familiar things that most Americans already have sitting in their refrigerator. That is milk. Milk is one of the rare foods that contains both types of protein I mentioned when we talked about Greek yogurt, the fast-absorbing kind and the slow-absorbing kind, all in one single glass. That means when you drink a glass of milk after a workout or a walk, your body receives muscle-building fuel immediately and continues receiving it for hours afterward. A study from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health followed more than 1,800 people aged 60 and older over 2 years and found that those who drank milk regularly, at least once a day, maintained their muscle mass 19% better and notably had significantly higher bone density compared to those who rarely drank milk. This is not just important for fat loss, but is also a key factor in helping you maintain strength and independence in your daily life as you age. 1 8-ounce glass of milk per day is enough, and the best time to drink it is right after you finish your workout or your daily walk. If you are lactose intolerant, unsweetened plain soy milk is a solid alternative. Just check the label to make sure it is fortified with calcium and vitamin D. How to put this into practice. Now, I want to spend a moment talking about how you can actually bring all of this into your daily life without feeling overwhelmed or like it is too much to handle. Because I understand that changing eating habits is not easy, especially when you have been comfortable with what you eat for the past several decades. First, do not try to change everything at once. That approach never works and will only leave you feeling discouraged after a few days. Instead, start with just 1 or 2 foods from this list and gradually add more to your diet week by week. Try adding eggs to your breakfast this week. Next week, add a container of Greek yogurt at lunch. And keep going from there. Small steps taken consistently will lead to big changes over time. Second, pay attention to your total daily protein intake. After 60, your body needs more protein than it did when you were younger in order to maintain and build muscle. A simple number to keep in mind is roughly 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, then you need roughly 105 to 150 grams of protein per day. Spread across 3 meals, that comes out to about 35 to 50 grams of protein per meal. That might sound like a lot, but once you start combining the foods from today's list, you will find it is much more manageable than you think. Third, remember that no single food is a miracle on its own. The real power comes from combining all of these foods together alongside regular movement, quality sleep, and staying well hydrated every single day. All of those factors working together are what produce real and lasting results. And here's the last thing I want you to hold on to. Losing muscle and gaining fat as you age is not an unavoidable fate. It is not something that cannot be reversed. The human body has a remarkable ability to adapt and recover at any age, even well into your 70s and 80s. The most important thing is that you start taking action today, not next week and not next month. So, we just walked through the 10 most powerful foods to help your body maintain muscle, burn belly fat, and live well after 60, from a simple egg each morning to a small glass of milk after your evening walk. None of this is complicated, none of it is expensive, and none of it requires you to completely overhaul your life. All it takes is small steps in the right direction every single day, and your body will thank you for it. If today's video was helpful to you, I have one small favor to ask. Please share this video with your family members, friends, brothers and sisters, or your spouse, so they can also learn about this information and take care of their health together with you. And if you found value in what I shared, go ahead and hit the like button so this video can be recommended to more people, because I truly believe the more people who know about this, the better. Finally, please subscribe so we can meet again in the next health tips video, because I still have so much more I want to share with you. I am Dr. Saul Whitman. See you in the next video, and please take good care of yourself.